BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So, welcome to this 50 minutes of experience. Today I'm with Valia Paella. Welcome, Valia.
Thank you. Nice to hear you. Nice to meet you. Actually, I'm a new media reality digital artist based in Moscow, Russia, and I'm studying for digital ethics and researching such topics as fake news issue, private privacy, data, concealed culture, and etc.
Yeah, it's really nice. Your work is really interesting in particular, and that's keep my attention. And yeah, before to record this podcast, we was talking about the origin of your name because it's a word we can say it's come from Spanish culture, no? Paella. We can pronounce it, no? And you was explaining me the reason why. Can you tell me more?
Sure. It's very funny story because some years ago I've been living in Paris and I've tried to start some art sketches, and the first creator from the gallery said that you look like paella. I said, wow, why? Because you mixture different media, you mixture different cultures, different colors. It's so bright, it's so vivid, so it looks really like paella. Okay, I thought it's a good word. So, and I took this artistic pseudo, so it's with me. And now I have a slogan and message of all my artistic manifesto, like "Eat Life, Not News." So now it's come together and sounds like a message to people.
Yeah. So I'm really interested. What is your real name? So
My real name Valentina.
Valentina. So it's Italian name.
Yes, but in Russia we have Valentina as well.
Yeah. So we know that common words, common name. That yeah, because I come from Italy, that's why. If you can just introduce a bit better about how did you start to use this mixed media art and visual art, would be really nice. Then we can go a bit more deeper.
Of course, before I would like to work with oil, acrylic, and all this offline media. And since I found that I can't produce the dynamic, I can't show some more details. I've tried to immerse in digital art and to mix some acrylic scanned parts into this digital video series. And I found that it will be working better because we have sound, we have movement, we have dynamics, we have somehow a show. That's why I use all these things.
Yes, it's really interesting the way you develop that, and yeah, your portfolio is really full of different mixed art, and it's really nice that you are continuing exploring how to cross some border we have in the heart, we can say. And in this case, in this podcast we talk about the use also of photography, and I think the use of photography in this case it's really essential to figure out also the base of the work, no, we can say. So in most of the images you create are in a way or another combined also from what you can take from photography, no? And I was really curious to know if you use also in other ways photography. I mean, I've watched your portfolio, and yeah, it's what you show is what is based on your work. It's the way you sell yourself, no? But I'm really curious to know if you also take images in pictures during the day that you don't publish usually.
Uh, Listen, honestly, I'm not a photographer, and I have no skill for it. But often I use, a free database or Photostock photo, but only the part of it, just like collage,
Yeah,
only a little piece of a thing, of an object, and actually I mixed this little piece of object with different layers, and all these layers together, they concentrate and born a different object, completely different object, with different geometry, with different colors, with different angles of view. And I found that today contemporary photography is also trying to be non-standard and to find a very creative way to be shown. For instance, I know that some photographer artists try to add some, Photoshop things, different layers as well, in order to make it more deeper, in order to make it
yeah,
more
but
focused
for sure
or
it's not
short.
it's not the case in this case. For sure, it's not. Yeah, yeah. What I was interesting to know was if it's just you take some pictures sometimes, or you just use the pictures as a medium as a, for the collage for collage in this case. I wanted to know just more
Collage,
about
yes.
that. Yeah, and what moved you totally to doing this kind of work constantly? What kind of experience you had before to move on that? Definitely.
You know, I actually a person who are making marketing communications. I have a small agency, and it's a way of business for me. And uh, in advertising, we always missing creativity because the client and the market is always make some limits for the creativity. And all these works, all these cases that you can find out in creative festivals. Some of them are fakes, some of them are making just case for the case, not for the real life or for a real client, because the creativity is limited by the business, is limited by the ethics, is limited by the countries and clients as well. That's why I try to make this parallel work of some artistic approach of it. And as well as I'm making research of fake news, I try to mix all these things. And now it's like a media culture literacy project.
Yeah, it's a really interesting. For sure, I would love to see more about the process that you're doing that piece of art, and in a way or other also I think that yeah, for sure today it's difficult to relate to images in a way or another, and we probably deserve more mixed art, because yeah, what we have in a way or another is part of this break in the 90s of the post-production movement in art, no? And this post-production now is not really got as the sense as to have in general that post production is not to use just Photoshop, but it is a way to post produce what already we have and find another sense, another way to talk about it, you know?
Mhm. You know what I think? We are living in postmodernism
Yeah,
society. And in postmodernism, we have to use post-production. And it's not sound like a post-production. It sounds like creative some new things, creative some new senses, some new communication. Because we have to consider a lot of layers, a lot of senses, a lot of cultures, and to bring it together to show people this um, multiplay of the world, multiplay of the communications, multiplay of the cultures. I think post production is not bad, really. We are inside of it. We are living in it, like
and
postmodernism.
How do you should usually your work? All in the digital way, or you are also going to make installation of your work somewhere else?
Actually, on November now this year, we are going to make art and data show in terms of creative festival Red Apple in Moscow. And of course, all the artists that are listening, you are welcome. Please go to my bio link in the Instagram and make the application. It's a free, absolutely free, because we are looking there art for artists who consider these topics of concealed culture, fake news, and private data, public, and all these digital things. Uh, it will be actually digital exposition on the screens, and we will show all the artist works, and we will show the research, the figures, because we've already found out the public opinion concerning the awareness of public of fake news, and it's very strange figures, because a lot of people are not checking the news on the original source. A lot of people try to scroll the news not by chronology, but just for the rating, the most popular news. And it polarizes society, and it provokes informational bubble syndrome. So that's why I think it will be very interesting. It will be offline and online. So you're welcome, and I hope it will be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I will love really to see the results. Yet probably I will see on your social media something for sure from your histories, from your stories, and so on. Let's. I want to ask you another thing that. What do you think? It's an experience you would love to doing in the future. Something you never did it, and yeah, you dream to do in general.
I'm dreaming to work a little bit with the sound, but just to make visualization of the sound. Uh, Actually, I have a lot of friends, musicians, classical musicians, by the way, and I think it will be a great experience to mixture all techniques, the art, the visual art, and the sound.
Yeah, yeah, it will be really interesting. I think, yeah, the sounds is, and not only the sounds. I was thinking in the past, another sense. Usually, we don't use in the media art. It's the smell, and yeah, this is something I really keep crazy on it, to think about how would we use the smell in the future if we would have possibilities to create kind of machine can translate our images or our words in smell. Will be, I mean,
Yes, or
it's really
vice versa, the
this
smell
is,
into the
this is
visual
really
art.
fantascientific, probably. What I'm saying is really fantascientific. It's probably, yeah, I don't know, probably could be created something like that in the next 300 a year. But yeah, also this of the sound is, it's really interesting, because today I think the sounds also has a lot of different open door to be translated in mixed media art. That's a really interesting part of it. So I will really look forward to see more about the evolution of your work, and there is, if there is something you want to say about it, also some experience you did it, and connected you to different artists. Just yeah, we keep this last minute to talk about that.
So, if we have a last minute, I just want to invite all the artists to take participation in the Hall of Fake, the exposition about art and data show, about media consumption and media literacy, that will be based in Moscow, but take part online virtually as well. And I would like to say that we have to make some more collaborations. So we have to increase our networks because, for instance, recently I've been taking part in hackathon Ars Electronica, and it was a great it was great experience to talk with different digital artists, to share the thoughts, the ideas, the technique as well. So I think it will be great to make some network club, maybe based on your podcasts as well, because so we need to communicate with each other, not only with the customers.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I think this is the base of this project also is to communicate with others because the first things is especially when you do it art, you want to show it creativities or images or else. It's important to communicate with others to let understand also others what we do. Sometimes it's not really easy to understand what someone do it or why doing that or else. So I thank you a lot for your time, and I hope to see you in the future. And this was Valia Paella, and she's not Spanish. And every link will be in description, and thank you for your time. Thanks for listening to
Thank
our
you.
podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer or visit our Instagram and follow BerlinExplorer project.